Welcome to this fourth broadcast this week. I'm so happy you're still here, and I hope you enjoyed the past 3 days. If you are here for the first time, my name is Monique Douw. I'm the author of No Limit Parenting. I'm a developmental psychologist and owning my own coaching online business. And I'm also the founder of the No Limit Parenting Revolution. I help ambitious women entrepreneurs create more freedom and fulfillment in their lives. And I do that by empowering them and providing them with practical techniques and tools in the areas of parenting, business, and mindset, so that they can build meaningful and profitable businesses without sacrificing themselves or their families. And today's topic is about clarity and having a clear vision, because in working with women from all over the world, I often hear that or notice that people just live their lives day by day without having a clear vision about where they want to be in, let's say, 1 year from now, 3 years from now, or 7 years from now. And first of all, having a vision is something else than setting goals for yourself, because setting goals is simply telling how you're gonna get somewhere, so how you're gonna exercise every day or develop a business plan or spend less time at work, while having a vision is more about your why. What do you want to get out of life? So in today's broadcast, I will dive a little bit deeper into 3 questions. So the first one is why it is so important to have this clear vision for yourself and for the life you desire. The second topic is how to connect with your desires or how to reconnect with them. And the final part of this broadcast will be about, I will offer you 4 steps to really owning your true desires. So if you're not happy with your current life, or you're not happy with the way life unfolds for you in certain areas of your life, then you will first have to figure out what it is that you do want. And that's where we come on this topic of creating your vision for your life, for your business, for your health, relationship, finances, whatever it is that you want to improve. First, create a vision. That's where it all starts. So why is it so important? Well, it's like driving a car. You know, these the navigation system. If you don't enter your destination, the car won't start driving. So it is important to have a destination in mind before you start moving somewhere, because otherwise you're just going nowhere, right? And that is a really an unfulfilled feeling, the feeling of going nowhere. So first of all, it is for your own sense of purpose that it's very important to develop a vision for yourself. Secondly, it's also important because the universe, who is always there for us to provide us with all the desires that we have, but the universe doesn't like a blurry vision. And most of the people have this blurry vision. If you say, oh, I want my life to improve, I want to have a better life, then take a good thought and go a little bit further to really define what a better life looks like for you. Because the universe will give you exactly what you order. And if your vision is blurry or messy, then don't be surprised when the outcomes in your life also are a little bit messy or blurry. So that are 2 reasons why it's so important. So it's for yourself to have this sense that you're going somewhere, because it's really exhausting to live your life in your daily routines, your daily action list, without having a sense of going somewhere. It's also important to stay motivated to achieve goals in life. You only stay motivated if you have a clear picture of the reason why you get out of bed every morning. And the third reason is because of the universe will keep on bringing you these maybe contradictory orders if you haven't become first very clear about what it is that you want. Oftentimes we are more clear about what we don't want instead of formulating what it is that we do want in life. And when you say you want something, but somewhere in your body or in your mind there is the slightest resistance, the universe will pick that up, and will send that back to you. So I'm not sure if this is a new concept to you, but we are all vibrational beings, and this universe is one big vibrational universe, and the vibrational offerings will come back to you immediately, and oftentimes even multiplied. So if you send out this, I don't know what it is that I want, then you will get messy things back manifested in your life. So when you are in that space right now, that you look at your life and you're not happy with what you're seeing, start with formulating a vision. Start with telling yourself, writing down for yourself what it is that you do want. And I'll go a little bit further on that later. And the other aspect, it's not to ask yourself, what is it that I want, but also to be really, really honest about what it is that you want, to get real with yourself and really connect with your true desires. Because my experience is that we often share with each other our, censored version of our desires, because we think if we are articulating our true desires, we are afraid that they are too big, too awkward, too inappropriate, whatever. And we have learned, most of us have learned to be very modest, not to ask for too much. So when we say, okay, what is it that I want, or you want to set goals in your life, we often stay a little bit in the safe area, in the area we think that is socially accepted, that it's doable for us, because maybe you think you don't deserve to have all these desires manifested in your life. Maybe you think you ask for too much. But let me tell you, most of the time, the problem is not that we ask for too much. Most of the time, the problem is that we ask for too little, because it's not only about having a vision, but it's about having a vision that really inspires you, that lifts you up, that makes you tick. And to get to that place, you have to become really, really honest about what it is that you desire, and let go of your thought, what would other people think of this? Maybe they think it's too big, or I am too loud. And I have seen a lot of women who have these kind of thoughts, and therefore they keep themselves small, they keep their goals small, but that in itself is the reason why they don't manifest their goals, because it's not really a reflection of who they are, or of what they really want. And so today I want to invite you to go out big and connect back again with those big desires that you might have. So don't be the good girl, don't be modest, don't be mediocre, because you aren't, sorry. Be bold and go for your wildest dreams, and don't apologize for it. Don't apologize for who you are. Because I have this belief that our desires are there for a reason, but we often have lost connection with these true desires. So the second topic I want to address today is, how to connect with your desires or to reconnect. A couple of times, a little while ago, I wrote a blog post about desires and to really be honest about your desires. And I had this assignment from my coach to write down all my desires in life, and it was quite a list. And I openly shared this list in this particular blog post, and I invited my readers to share their list as well. And there was only one lady who actually did it and who actually wrote down all her desires for the next 5 years or so. So that confirms that it's not so common to be very honest and open and bold about your dreams or about your desires. But honoring your true desires, that really is the ultimate way to transform any area in your life and also the life of those around you. So when you were told when you were little that your desires were not realistic or too big or inappropriate, you can have trouble with connecting back again with your desires. And as I said, it's my belief that you have your desires for a reason, and the simple fact that you experience this desire, that in itself is for me proof that you have anything in you already to manifest that desire. Otherwise it wouldn't be there. So the fact that you can feel this desire pulsing within inside of you, that is the possibility seeking expression. This desire is born within you, and its only goal is to seek expression. And that means that your desires are meant to come true, and that you're on the right track. So taking a stand for your desires and really owning it without making apologies, it's not only the fastest way to manifesting them, but it's also a way to reconnect with yourself. And that is a topic that I spoke about earlier this week, how important it is to really get to know yourself and to be really honest about who it is that you are. So be bold, go out and make connection with those desires. And you know, sometimes life can throw some lemons at us. You can have had some setbacks in your life. Maybe things didn't work out for you the way you planned it. And this can have stopped you from dreaming, let alone from dreaming big. Maybe it made you think that you're not capable of manifesting your dreams or bringing your dreams to life. Or maybe you think you don't deserve it, you asked for too much. But as I said, that is never the problem. That's never the problem. And if you had setbacks in your life, or you have received some lemons from life, most of the time those situations or those phases are meant to get even clearer on our desires, on our true desires. So actually most of the time those situations challenge us to become more clear. So if this is you, if you stop dreaming big, get connected again with those desires and start reconnecting with your bold dreams. And in the last part of today's broadcast, I will identify 4 steps that you can take to do that, because some women really don't know anymore how to get to that place. Well, a good place to start is to go back to the little girl you once were. Do you remember that sense of excitement, being full of light, and the feeling of endless possibilities? Well, go back to this little girl. What was she dreaming about? What did she like to do most? What gets her all excited? Try to go back in time to this little girl and see if you can remember or go back to those feelings that I just mentioned. The second step is to take really a moment and write them down. Write all those desires down. Take the effort to do so, and do this for every area in your life. So for your work or your business, your relationship, your family, your personal growth, finances, your health. Write down what your desires are, and don't make those desires wrong. As I said, many of us are being raised, being modest, not ask for too much, be realistic. But the exercise for now is to not to be realistic, but to be authentic and honest. So write it down, all your desires for all these areas that I mentioned, write it down, and realize that your desires are valid. So it's up to you to stop making them wrong here and now. So the next step, if you've done that, that is again working on your self-worth. And the last 3 days we have been talking about self-love, self-care. We have been talking about self-confidence. And here it is again, self-worth. Because, as I said, sometimes we can think that we don't deserve to manifest that many of our desires. And those, this limiting belief that we don't deserve it, it has everything to do with your self-worth. So start building your self-confidence and your self-worth. I talked about that yesterday, but one of the fastest way to feel your worth or your confidence coming back is by listing all your achievements till now. What obstacles did you already overcome? What achievements did you have, and etc. So your successes. And then finally, if you have done all this, then start putting the pieces all together. So you know what you desire, you stop making them wrong, you feel worthy and confident, and then you bring it all together and start breaking your big vision, your big desires down into small steps and small goals, which you can start working on as from today. And a good way to really envision and embody actually this new vision of you and of your life is by making a vision board. And literally a vision board is any sort of board on which you display images that represent whatever it is that you want to be, do, or have in life. And you can also use quotes if they are empowering you or inspiring you. You can use that as well next to the pictures. And actually the main goal with making a vision board is to a couple of things. The first thing is to create the feeling in yourself as if you have already achieved all those things on your vision board. So to really enhance that feeling of happiness, of fulfillment, of excitement, to realize how it would be when we're already there. That's the first one. The second one is to stay motivated, to keep you motivated when things get tough in life. When you have your vision board on a beautiful place in your bedroom or maybe even in your living, and you watch it every day, it will give you every day that motivational boost, even if you are tired or disappointed in something. Looking at your vision will always activate your motivation again. And it will also help you to stay focused. Focus is a topic that I will talk about later on, maybe next week somewhere. But staying focused is also really important to really achieve what it is that you desire. And the vision board helps you to stay on track to really realize the new you. What else? I think that was what I wanted to share with you today. Thank you again that you were joining my broadcast. Again, I see a still screen. I have asked for some help with it, but I thought, well, you can gladly, the sound is good, so I hope you have the patience to just listen to my message, even if you see a still screen in front of you, because I think it's very, very valuable information that I have been sharing these 4 days till now. And tomorrow is a special day. On Fridays, I will also go live here, as well as in my private Facebook community, which you are very, very warmly invited to, and that's the No Limit Parenting Revolution. That is a group of like-minded women who want to stretch themselves, and there I also share articles, tips, tools around these topics of parenting, business, and mindset. And today I have a special guest, so I will go live multiple times tomorrow, busy day, because I will go live with a Dutch business buddy of mine who lives in Italy. Yes, we are Dutchies, we are all around the world. She lives in Italy, and she is a mindfulness coach, and she helps women balancing body and mind. And she is preparing a challenge to help you get better sleep and better quality of sleep. And it's very interesting to hear a little bit more about that. She's running the challenge in November, but she will be my guest tomorrow. And I will announce that as well on my Facebook page and also in the group. We'll be going live on 11 a.m. European time, and that will be 8 o'clock p.m., 8 p.m. here in Sydney. And then we'll go live together, and I will ask her some questions and ask her to share some information with you all about the importance of a good sleep. And as we talked about self-care yesterday and the day before, I thought it is a beautiful topic to share with you all. So I will announce the times on my page, and I really hope you will join us tomorrow. Her name is Jiska, and I'm really looking forward to do this interview with her about the importance of a good sleep. Well, for today, I'm going to wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed my information today about clarity and having a clear vision, but also very important to connect with your true desires and not to make them smaller than they are, because that in itself will cause that you won't achieve what it is that you desire, because you ask for too little instead of asking for too much, where we're always afraid for. Maybe I ask for too much. No, you don't ask for too much. Probably you ask for too little. So go to the quiet space today and try to see if you can make connection with your true desires without making apologies. Thank you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.